Hey guys, what's going on? Greenville Gear. Thanks as always for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you're all well in the hobby and otherwise. I'll do today a quick before and after SGC preview, and then I'll at the second half of the video I'll do a reveal. So I'll edit them together. But I'm getting ready to mail these off, and this is part of. I've got 5 cards here, and for those of you, and many of you know this, for SGC, you want to make sure you kind of do it at 5 cards or more than 5 cards, because their shipping rates, I discovered, really jump up after 5. In other words, what they charge you to return. So just something to be aware of. And again, lots of you probably know that. But so I'm going to do 5. And SGC is doing a modern football special right now. I think it's $10 or $12 a card, something like that. And so I went through some boxes of stuff, and I looked for cards that I can live without, that I thought I might send in. So let me show you what I'm going to send. The first is this Christian McCaffrey scorecard, rookie card. I got this as a card show, I think. Card number 373. McCaffrey, of course, one of the great backs in the league. And this is him in his Stanford uniform, so a college card. But still a rookie. And so I'm going to send it off. And again, my thinking here was these are all cards that I can live without, don't really spark joy for me. I will probably move them and then turn that into vintage cards. So that's my plan. I've got a Sam Darnold rated rookie card. He had a really good season this year, of course, flamed out in the playoffs, but really a kind of wild comeback story. And so the Darnold, I've got 2 of these actually I'm going to send in. The Darnold story is a good one. I had these in a box. They look nice and clean. So I'm going to send those off. And then the last card, a guy who just had a monster season, is Saquon Barkley, the great fumble by the New York Giants in not being able to keep him. And then he went to the Eagles, and the Eagles, of course, had the run that they did in winning the Super Bowl. And so Saquon was a big piece of that. So I'm going to send his rookie card, same set as the McCaffrey card. And this is in his Penn State uniform. And I actually have 2 of those. So it'll be a lot of fun to see how these come back. I think the cards are in good shape. I'll confess I didn't look at them under my magnification for this order, just because I know that these all have been in top loaders or sleeves from being pulled, or the McCaffrey card from when I got it at a card show. So we'll see what happens with the order. I just kind of do this. I mean, some folks never sell a card. Because of space, really, and also just using sold cards to fund the hobby. It'll be a fun kind of way to kind of see if I can turn these cards around and get some good grades, and then use those funds to kind of further grow my main collection in PC, which really is vintage cards. And so it'll be a fun experiment. So stick around, and what I'll do is I'll mail them off today. And by the magic of YouTube and editing, what I will do is I will splice in then the reveal shortly. So stick around. All right, guys, welcome back. Fast forward 3 weeks maybe, and here's the box that's come back from SGC. SGC was a little slower this time. I'll open this on camera and try not to slice myself, but as you know, these priority boxes, and this, I might just have to rip this, see if I can kind of score that a little bit. SGC was a little slower. Normally they're like a couple weeks. I think with these promotions they got a little behind. So it took like 3 weeks maybe. All right, we've got it open. And there's the cards. And so there it is. With our tucks and so on, not a real box in this case. It was a small order, only 5 cards with the promotion. And again, kind of a different order for me, for sure. Let me take the invoice out of here. Only because usually, and those of you who watch the channel know this, I really just collect vintage, but I went through some old boxes and found some modern football because SGC was running this promotion. So I thought, well, you know, it's always a good thing, I think, to get rid of cards that you don't necessarily love or can, you know, be sold for some value to move into cards that you'll really love. And so that was the whole point of this order. And maybe these will end up in somebody else's collection, but here's the cards. And I'm out of order probably on the preview that I just did, so forgive me on that, but here's where they came back. First is the first of the two Sam Darnold rookies. Darnold had this great kind of comeback season. Not a great finish to the season, but had a great season, and so I had a couple of these rated rookies in a box, and so there's the first one, 9.5 on the rookie. Obviously, would have preferred a 10, but we'll take it. I knew these cards were in pretty good shape. And here's the second one. And this one got a 9.5. Okay, so two 9.5s. That's fine. Again, I didn't have a lot invested in this. This was a promotion. I think it was $12 a card, maybe. And so here's the two Barkley rookies. Barkley, of course, just had a monster season with the Eagles, having left the Giants. And here's the first one, and it's a 10. So that's great. Really nice. A lot of people don't like the cards that are in college uniforms. I've never had that. In fact, I love college football probably more than the NFL, and so I think it's pretty cool. So there he is in his Nittany Lion Penn State uniform, and so 2018 Panini score, Saquon Barkley comes back a gem 10, which is nice. So I don't think lightning will strike on both of these, so I had two of these. And I'm right, 9.5 on that one. If somebody was a real fan or something like that, they could crack this out and see if PSA will give it a 10. Who knows? But there's the second of the Barkley. And then last but not least was this Christian McCaffrey score rookie. Also a college card from his Stanford days. And we'll see what this got. A 10. Great. Actually got this card at a card show, you know, right before the pandemic, like January 2020, for a couple bucks in a box. And so pretty cool that came back at 10. So that's it. That's the reveal. Again, unusual for my channel. I don't do a lot of modern football or anything like that. But if you are interested, I do a lot of vintage baseball and T206 and pre-war tobacco stuff. And so if you're interested, check out the rest of my videos on the channel. So anyway, thanks for watching. It was fun to do, and I'll get this edited and I'll get this up. All right. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.